Okay, right here we got Skiller, the beatbox world champion. Thank you for being here, man. Um, the first question is, how did you experience the battle this year?
First of all, it's a big pleasure to be here as a guest in the jury. As you know, maybe I was here 2010, so I really know what is about this event, and it's really nice. So for me, it was a big pleasure to be here again. But from the other side, it's very difficult to be a judge in such an event because you meet so many great talents, so many different artists, and it's really hard to compare who is better and it's almost impossible. But for me, that was the key in the event. So many huge artists for me and great beatboxers at the same place, and they're trying to speak and to beat each other. Wow, this was amazing for sure.
Great. So, what was the highlight of the Emperor of MiC this year?
Of course, maybe the final. I don't know. All the battles were really intense. Was really hard, as I said, and for me, it's like impossible to say. Well, it's really subjective, you know. It's really hard to compare. Maybe the highlight is the whole event. It's I like the format because it's not long event. It's like just a couple of hours, but you go there, you sit, and for 2 hours you see so many things, so many actions, and this is nice. I think the whole event is like a big culmination, you know.
So, what was the most difficult decision you had to make as judge this year?
All the decisions were so hard, you know. We were sitting on one table, all the judges, and all the battles were like 3-2. There was no clear battle. This is better than this. It was so hard, and it was very different from the last events because this time we had girl competing, and it was even more extraordinary to decide, well, what's going on. I can realize so different techniques and styles and stuff. Wow, amazing. It was really hard to decide every battle.
And when did you start with the beatboxing?
I started maybe 10 years ago. It was for me just a game. I was a small kid and I was playing, just imitating some sounds from some, for example, child films, like toys, like animals, like crazy stuff like this. Then I just grew up and I started to practice to imitate the instruments in the music. And then after a couple of years, my friend of mine, he said, this is beatbox, what you do. And I was like, so I discovered that what I already discovered was discovered.
Nice. And what was the first beat you did? Like the first one you can remember?
Well, I remember that I recorded my first beat in a retro old school cassettophone. It was with a cassette, and I still can play this, so maybe someday I will upload it in the internet, but it was exactly like this. This was my first beat.
Nice.
10 years ago.
10 years. So, now when you're talking about 10 years, what do you think the beatbox scene will look like in 10 years?
Well, this is really interesting question because I see how much this art is evolving. Just every minute, every second, every year, every month, every week, it's growing up. More and more elements into this art are coming. So I guess that this is the point to include more parts of different arts into one, so you can make it like bigger, like show, like vision, like wow, it's a magic, you know.
So you are pretty popular in your country. You know, you have like very professional videos, and many people in Bulgaria knows you. So how do you handle it? Because there are not many beatboxers who are so famous. Is it for you a normal thing, or how do you handle the situation?
For me, it's really nice to live in a small country like Bulgaria because actually this way it's easier to see the good things, and the small arts like beatboxing at the moment, it's easier to be on the surface, you know. So beatboxing is really popular in Bulgaria now. The Bulgarian Beatbox Championships, there are like 10,000 people audience outside just to see what's going on the stage, you know. This is really big action. So I like how it's popular, it's really nice, and yeah, now it's growing up because some months ago I registered first Bulgarian Beatbox Association. So now in a couple of months we will have like workshops, community events. So the community is bigger and bigger.
So are you giving workshops as well?
Yeah, soon, maybe from September I'll start with the workshops.
Oh man, that's nice to have a workshop of the world champion, man. I think many kids would go crazy for this. So is there any artist where you would like to work with?
Of course, I would love to work with many artists. This is what I like, to communicate in different way, you know. That's what I like in beatboxing, because we don't need words, we have sounds, and it's great when you can combine this art with another art. I have tried really extraordinary combinations, and I work with many different musicians, for example, like traditional musicians in Bulgaria. I worked in a theater, so we made theater music. I would love to do film music as well, so many things are coming up for sure, and I'm just open, you know. That's really important, to feel free to do everything. So that's what I'm trying to do.
That's nice. So is there any sound where you think that it has a lot of effect to the audience, but it's easy to learn? Is there some tip where you can give, like, for young beatboxers to learn something what is important?
You know, I'm not the beatboxer who has so many new sounds. For me, it's important to know what I want to say to the audience, you know. I work more with the energy instead of the new sounds and techniques. Yeah, I'm technical beatboxer, so I can go out and fast, but for me it's important to know how to stay on the stage, how to feel what I want to do, you know. This is really important, how I'm living. And if you know this in your mind, so when you go on stage, the audience is yours, you know. This is maybe the most important thing for me.
So can you just show us some of your beatbox skills, please? Oh, crazy, man, sick. So, Skilla, thank you so much for that interview. I wish you a lot of fun the next days here in Graz, and yeah, sure, we will see you on the internet soon, man, with this.
It was pleasure. Pleasure.